Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Thursday, December 30th, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking a quick look back at yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about the injuries in play for tonight's slate, and then going over my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for tonight's slate as well. So getting us started with yesterday's picks, not the best day overall, especially on the DraftKings side. We had Peyton Pritchard at that point guard position, $5,000, looking for 25 points out of him. Obviously, once Marcus Smart was ruled out, looking like a pretty good play overall, had been playing pretty well. But the Celtics team overall as a whole shot 34% from the field, and Peyton Pritchard was 2 for 10 shooting, only ended up with 11.75 points. Just a very poor game for him overall. Then at shooting guard, we have Malik Monk, $4,000, looking for 20 points out of him. He got to 22.75, so he was a hit. Then in small forward, we had Joe Ingles, $4,000 as well, looking for 20 points out of him. He got to 11.75. He was a miss. Only shot the ball 3 times in this game, only making one of them. He had like 3 rebounds, 3 assists, maybe a steal in there too. Just not a lot going on for him yesterday, although being in that starting lineup and playing relatively good minutes as well. Then at power forward, we had Kyle Anderson, $4,600, was in that starting lineup. We're looking for 23 points out of him. He was playing pretty good minutes. Only ended up with 16 points. He was a miss. Just didn't do quite a lot yesterday, so unfortunately, a couple bad misses there. And then Luka Garza finally at $3,500. We were looking for 18 points out of him. He ended up with 22.75. And realistically, he only went 1 for 10 shooting from the field. So if he would have just made a couple more shots, he would have looked even better yesterday. So once again, a really hit or miss day on the DraftKings side. But on the FanDuel side, we had Eric Bledsoe, $5,500, looking for about 28 points out of him. He got to 31.8, so he was a hit. Shooting guard, we had Karis LeVert, $6,600, looking for 33 points out of him. He got to 47.4, so he was a very, very good hit yesterday. And then at small forward, we had Cam Reddish, $5,400, looking for 27 points out of him. He got to 23.2. He was a miss. He didn't do a whole heck of a lot yesterday, mainly just scoring. Didn't have like a lot of rebounds or assists, steals, blocks, anything like that. Just not quite the best day for him overall. Then at the power forward position, we had Al Horford, $7,000, looking for 35 points out of him. He ended up with 47 points. So he was a really, really good hit there. And he was only 3 for 14 shooting from the field. So if he would have made a couple more shots, he would have looked even better yesterday as well. And then last but not least, we have Mitchell Robinson, $5,500, looking for about 28 points out of him. Ended up with 13.9 yesterday, so he was a miss. Only ended up playing 20 minutes in this game. This Knicks rotation yesterday was kind of weird. Maybe they just kind of rested the starters a little bit, not playing them as big of minutes yesterday just because they were playing the Pistons anyways. But, a little bit of hit or miss day on the FanDuel side as well. Not the best day overall, but, that's the best thing about NBA DFS. We can always bounce back the very, very next day. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into the injuries and play for tonight's slate. For the 76ers, we have Danny Green, Andre Drummond, and Shake Milton all listed as game time decisions, making their way back from the COVID list. Will they play tonight? Will they not? We'll just kind of have to see throughout the day. And then Ben Simmons is out once again, so no surprises there. He's been out all season. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, we got David Duke, Kessler Edwards, Joe Harris, Kyrie Irving, and De'Ron Sharp all listed as out once again. So not too much news there. They are pretty much back to full strength, or at least back to the full strength that we've seen them at for most of this season. They get Kevin Durant, they get LaMarcus Aldridge back as well. Then we move over to the Bucks, who are just without Brook Lopez once again, so no changes there. For the Orlando Magic, they're without Cole Anthony, Michael Carter-Williams, Markelle Fultz. Gravett is now on the COVID list as well. Jonathan Isaac, Robin Lopez, Etuan Moore, Michael Mulder, Chuma Okeke, Jalen Suggs, and then Mo Bamba and Terrence Ross, both listed as game time decisions, maybe have a chance of making their way back from the COVID list today. They were pretty thin to start with. Now they got potentially RJ Hampton starting at point guard with Gravett gone, and then Robin Lopez gone as well. So we could see Mo Wagner enter that starting lineup as well. Then for the Cleveland Cavaliers, we have Jarrett Allen listed as doubtful, Ed Davis out, Darius Garland out, Ricky Rubio tore his ACL, so he's out for the rest of the season. And then we got Cedi Osman, Dylan Windler, and Lamar Stevens, all listed as game time decisions, making their way back from the COVID list as well. So obviously the biggest one there is probably going to be Cedi Osman. If he comes back, he's going to see decent minutes and kind of limit some of those other guys that have been playing a little bit off the bench as well. Obviously, there could be a value spot here at that point guard position, whether it's Kevin Pangos or RJ Nembhard drawing the start. One of those two guys should have a pretty solid day overall. Then on the Wizards side of the ball, we have Thomas Bryant, Rui Hachimura, Montrezl Harrell, Aaron Holiday, and Raul Neto all listed as out. Then we have Anthony Gale, Bradley Beal, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope all making their way back from the COVID list. We'll see whether or not they play tonight or not. Then when we move down to the final game of the night between the Warriors and the Nuggets, so for the Warriors side, Draymond Green, Damian Lee, Klay Thompson, and James Wiseman are all out. So we do see Jordan Poole potentially coming back tonight. Probably straightens out their starting lineup a little bit more with Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins. They have Kuminga there at power forward, but it's probably going to end up being Juan Toscano-Anderson once again, and then Kevon Looney obviously at center. Then for the Denver Nuggets, we have Marcus Howard, we have Jamal Murray out once again, then Kankar, Gordon, Monte Morris, and Austin Rivers are all listed as questionable to play, so we'll just have to see who plays out of that group tonight. But with that being said, that's a quick little rundown on all the injuries in play for tonight's slate overall. It is a small 4-game slate, so definitely going to be a couple things we're looking out for. And as always, I'll be listing all the injury updates, COVID news, and starting lineups down in the comments below, so definitely make sure you're checking that out throughout the day as well, especially as we get closer to lock. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So at the point guard position, we're going to go with RJ Hampton, $3,900. Looking for about 19 points out of him tonight, averaging only 16 on the season. Potentially in that starting lineup, even if he's not in that starting lineup, I still like him quite a bit. I got him projected for 28 points tonight, looking like one of the better value plays overall on tonight's slate. Then at shooting guard, going with Will Barton, $5,700, looking for about 29 points out of him, averaging about 31 on the season. I got projected for 29 to 30 points on the DraftKings side tonight. Then at power forward, we have Franz Wagner once again, coming off a very, very good game. Not expecting a complete repeat of that, but I expect him to have a pretty decent night once again. $7,000. Looking for 35 points at him. I got him projected for 34 points. He was that top projected value at the small forward position for me overall. He has a little bit of upside for more, as we saw the last time out as well. Then a power forward going with Juan Toscano-Anderson, $3,700. Looking for 18, 19 points out of him. Could be in that starting lineup once again. He's not like a great play here, just kind of a cheap play. This is a play that could change throughout the day as well, but I currently have him projected for 19 points overall. Then last but not least, we got Daniel Gafford. Played big minutes last time with Montrezl Harrell out. $5,000. We're looking for 25 points at him, averaging 23 on the season. Could be another nice game for him if he gets the minutes, if he stays out of foul trouble. Daniel Gafford's definitely going to be somebody you want in your lineup overall on tonight's slate. Though with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the DraftKings side, you have $24,700 remaining, just over $8,200 per player. So you could definitely pay up probably just for one stud on this slate and then kind of fill in from there. But there's definitely a couple studs, especially at the tippy top, that we can really pay up for, whether it's Nikola Jokic, whether it's Giannis, whether it's Steph Curry, whether it's James Harden, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid. Quite a few options there at the top overall today. Maybe we get some other value that opens up throughout the day. You're able to pay up for 2 studs and then kind of go from there. But at this point in time, looking more like a 1 stud and kind of a balanced approach after that on tonight's slate. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. So point guard position, we're going right back to RJ Hampton, $5,300. Looking for about 26, 27 points out of him. Got projected for about 27, 28 points on the FanDuel side tonight. Then we have Will Barton once again, $5,500. Way too cheap of a price tag on the FanDuel side. Looking for 27, 28 points out of him. Averaging almost 30 on the year. I got him projected for 29, 30 points once again tonight. Then a small forward, we got Andrew Wiggins, $6,000. Looking for about 30 points out of him. Essentially what he's averaging on the season so far. We saw him play pretty well last time out versus the same Denver Nuggets team. Came back, he played big minutes, not really concerned about him. He got a couple extra rebounds too with Draymond Green wristing as well. So looking at Andrew Wiggins, got him projected for about 31 points tonight. Then at power forward, we're going with Wendell Carter, $7,100. Looking for 35, 36 points at him. We saw him play very well again the last time out. He's averaging about 31 on the season. Milwaukee matchup, not the best matchup in the world, but you know, at this point in time, Orlando doesn't have many players left. He's going to play big minutes. He's going to be a vital part of their team. So Wendell Carter is going to definitely be somebody in a lot of my lineups tonight. I currently have him projected for about 36, 37 points. Then once again at that center position, we got Daniel Gafford, $5,200. Looking for 26 points at him. Got him projected for 28, 29 points on the FanDuel side tonight. Once again, if he's out there playing big minutes, if he stays out of foul trouble, going to be another good game for Daniel Gafford overall. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the FanDuel side, you have $30,900 remaining, just over $7,700 per player. So you could probably pay up for 2 studs on tonight's slate and then find some cheap value plays to go along with this core 5 as well. Or you can try a little bit more balanced approaches. That's been something that's worked pretty well overall on the FanDuel side this year. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, December 30th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's on FanDuel or DraftKings. Heck, if you want to throw Super Draft in there as well, we can talk a little bit of Super Draft. And then, as always, I'll be listing all the injury updates, COVID news, and starting lineups down in the comments below throughout the night as they do become available to us, as well as that updated core, which comes out about 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock. Some days I do it a little bit ahead of time. Sometimes I'll do it about an hour before a time, but then even then there may be some more adjustments as well. So just keep that in mind, but definitely make sure you're checking in, about 20 minutes or so before lock to get all the news and the updated court as well. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.